All right. Good morning, Justin. Good morning. Good morning. Let me get some things pulled up here. Get the link posted in the public chat. I don't know if you guys saw this morning, Meta is cutting metaverse spending on up to 30% of a cut. So Meta just ripped up about 5%. So good news for Meta, because metaverse is basically a big money loss. So good morning, Caesar. So if you're in Meta, that thing is up good this morning. Approximately from 643, it pumped back to 687. Now hovering around 674. Which means all the financials will be better as well. I'm lucky to be alive on my 50K Top Step funded this morning. Did a lot of scalps this morning. It's one that this specific Top Step account is one that I trade heavy size, 20 micros per trade usually. And I just trade heavy and I just kind of go off of intuition. Still a lot of iFVG setups, but seemed like everything was not going my way today. I was down $1,200 on the 50K at one point with $1,800 a room, or $1,000 or something. I was down. Then I made it all back and I'm plus 200 on the day. So the meta pump, I just kind of rode the meta pump back up. Could have gotten more out of it as well, but like you don't want to push it after not having the best morning. My final trade, which kind of brought me to green, I took a long at 74. Stop was here, 64, and I sold at 89. I sold at this green right here, and then we still pumped up more. So yeah, sold here just to get plus 200 on the day. It counts as a trading day towards a payout. Could have held for another minute. Actually, that same candle I exited on pumps up to 709. So if I just held for that candle, could have been all the way up here. But again, hindsight, and when you're that red on the morning, you'll take any sort of green. So that account balance is up at $2,059 of profit. Total P&L is 4,500 almost, but I've withdrawn 2,500 from this single account in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm done trading that. I won't be trading tomorrow, so this is the last live stream of the week. Not going to be around tomorrow, so no trades overnight with the 5,000 tick. I did set up I sent an announcement kind of to the group yesterday. We'll be doing weekly back testing every Monday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll record it. Again, it's group back testing, so come on there. I'll probably enable microphones, so if you want to chat, we can chat. Throw ideas around, try and find setups together that work good on historical, and then we can go off on our own and find something on market replay. So even just last night, I was messing around a bit, and I found some settings that I think it was 14K profit and 2K drawdown on historical, and then I loaded market replay and it was like 8,000 profit with 3K drawdown, which market replay is like almost 100% accurate. So, I mean, a lot of people say that's not good, but if you think about it, $8,000 profit in the last 30 days, that's really good for a year, right? But 8,000 profit and 3K drawdown, that's on 500 risk per trade. So even if you halved it, you're looking at, 1,500 drawdown, which is more suitable for maybe an Apex account. And then you're still at 4K of profit on the month. So like if you ran that your whole month on a 50K, you're still 4K profit and get a payout, right? So got to look at it like that. You don't need to always be hitting those big numbers that are 20K profit with 1,000 drawdown. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my back. Tweaks my back last night. My back's got one of those sharp pains where you take a deep breath and it hurts. All right, big death candle here. Oh, that's because the market opened. Oops. Okay, market's open. Potential short here. I don't know if it'll take it or not. We're right at the 50% level. So we have the 50% level right here. Again, if I see anything manually, I'll call it out. I'm not going to take anything else manually on the live stream. Because I'm green 200 on that account. This blue line is our 50% level. So we hold it up. We get below it, down. Pretty simple. Let's see what other things we have here. We also swept some hourly highs. Yeah, I mean, this is not bad. It's not bad at all. Swept some hourly highs up higher, towards 720s. This is not bad. We still have London low below us. London low is at 603. So pretty much this final TP is our London low. We're bouncing out of a 5-minute bullish gap here, but we'll see. It's not the worst trade I've ever seen, so. And I think we're actually getting a 2-minute. Yeah, right now, I mean, a 2-minute A quality iFVG setup. I wouldn't say it's A quality. We're inside of a lot of bullish gaps right now. Probably B plus maybe. Yeah, okay. Stop was too tight there. I think it might still play. I think we might have just gotten wicked out. I think it might still play out here. I really think this might pan out. Again, A, B plus-ish setup on the 2-minute right now. This is the trade. One-to-one would have just gotten hit, I believe, right here. 2-to-1 is here. And then the final TP was at 601, which was pretty much London low. So that's panning out. That would have been a winner. Again, literally came up, tapped the 50% level, and dumped. So full TP would have gotten hit there. Literally full TP. So as I said, you know, if we break below that 50% level, we go down. We came up, tapped it, which was where our stop loss was, so that isn't ideal. So I said it was a pretty good trade. I said it was an A setup, 2-minute short, more like a BB plus to me, but that would have panned out really well. Again, this it's kind of the 2-minute setup. You have like all these gaps here. Swept some highs up there. So that's kind of the short I was saying. Had this gap too, but yeah, we swept London low on NQ. We swept an hourly low on ES, not London low, so there's an SMT there. Yeah, I mean, I marked out this 50% level. It literally came up, tapped the 50% level, which was where the stop loss was. And yeah. That's something where if you see, you know, if you do see this, come up, and again, we tapped this 50% level, we got stopped out, and it immediately comes back towards entry, you could re-enter manually and just take the trade manually. No problems, like re-entering, right? Again, you got to use the system as a tool. You don't need like fully rely on it. Showed you the entry. It got stopped out by a tick. Rejected the 50% level perfectly, which is that blue line here. Came back immediately. I mean, you could have re-entered at the same point. Caught the down move, right? And that 2-minute setup is actually, I mean, I would rate it A actually, because we had London low right here. So like shorting here with London low right here, really good target. Really good target. So really good target. Richard caught some MGC wins overnight. Good stuff. Looks like Richard's running some of his own setups, and that's what you gotta do, man. I'm not saying it's bad to like use other people's setups or anything, but it's definitely good to like, once you understand the system enough, find how you like to use it. I say this every day. Find some of your own settings. That's when you'll really excel, right? The guy who has gotten like the $1 million in payouts with all of our stuff, he does a lot of back testing every weekend. Pretty much back tests the last, you know, month, maybe 2 weeks of what's been good. And then once you find something that's been good on historical and then checks it with market replay and it's all panning out good, he'll run it live for a week or two. And then he'll keep doing slight tweaks every weekend, right? So okay, let's do a poll. I'm very curious. Those of you in the chat, have you ever gotten a payout before? Very interested in finding out, because So many people I know in the group who haven't even gotten a funded account before. And that's like the easiest part, you know? So a couple people, yes, yes, okay. Kel, what's up? What's up? Morning, morning. Also, if you guys find any settings, DM me. DM me those settings. I can help you guys run some market replay testing, things like that. But these settings I found yesterday, I'll show them right now. Well, if we break above this, it could long. So I'll wait a second. Again, I won't be live tomorrow. Not trading tomorrow. Kind of taking the day off somewhat. I don't love trading Fridays anyway, but love to see what you guys are, where you guys are at with those payouts though. So it's 50-50 right now. Didn't pierce through yet, so. All right, 30-second short setup on NQ right now. 30-second short setup, rejecting the 50% level. It's a B plus setup. If you're looking for anything manually. Rejecting that 50% level, which is now right here. It's moved. Oops. So again, if you're looking for anything manually, this was it. Stop loss, I probably would have just done above the gap somewhere here. Would have hit a 1-to-1. Okay. Okay. Let's hit 2-to-1. Anyone take that? Might have been too quick if you guys weren't ready for it. I mean, you had a few opportunities actually to get in there. Yeah, that 50% level is right here. So literally came up, swept this high, rejected this gap, tapped the 50% level, and moved down. It's the nicest B plus setup I've ever seen, you know? Caught that? Awesome. Did you catch that because you were watching it, or did you catch it because I called it out? Nice. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, the 50% rejection adds a lot to it. I mean, adds a lot. Again, the 50% level moves as the market is making new highs or lows, right? So, yeah, hit a nice 2R. I think it actually probably went to 2.5R. Yep, 2.5R. Call it out. Awesome. Awesome. How much did you make there? Post that in the Discord. Post your manual gains too in the Discord, guys. Testimonials, profit loss section, either one. It's funny how much, you know, how many good callouts we've been having, and I just do it all for free on YouTube, and there's only 10 people in here most days. It's good stuff. And we called out somewhat that 2-minute short earlier. That wasn't like the best trade, but it still worked out for at least 1R. If you had the huge stop loss, you know. And if you in here, go throw your little vote on that poll, guys. It's all anonymous. All anonymous. Getting choppy here. Let me show some of those settings that I was finding last night that had roughly, I think it was roughly 8K profit with a 3K drawdown in the last month. Maybe you guys can go and test it yourselves a bit, maybe find something, tweak it. Is this gonna, I don't think that will short. I'm not sure though, maybe. All right, so it was 2 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. 1-to-1 risk reward. $125 for the max stop loss in ticks. 5 and 20 for the swings. 40 max contracts, full auto. 1.9 for the impulse, 30 for the ATR, 6 for value gap size. This is on a 1-minute chart as well. So, I mean, maybe you guys can go try something out with that. But yeah, I mean, again, it was about 8K of profit with a 3K drawdown in the last 30 days. So like, it wasn't terrible. On market replay, that was. So actually took a win here today. 2 wins, 3 wins actually. 3 wins and a loss. So again, it shows a bit better on the historical. It's really started to kind of bell curve up in November. But I mean, it's been doing pretty good, so I might release them just for people to try out. But it's been doing pretty good. And I found these last night. It took me roughly 45 minutes. 45 minutes to find them, and then I let Market Replay just run on its own for a while. So I turned it on the VPS, closed down my VPS, went and did some other things. And it was good. All right. 9:50. Starting to get quiet in here. We have been struggling to get above 10 viewers lately. What do I need to do, man? You guys have to tell me what kind of content you're interested in too. Like, a lot of my YouTube videos lately don't get tons of views, so you guys tell me. Unless I upload something that's like how to quit your job. I've had so many people cancel the Autotrader lately for like someone saying the Autotrader is more complicated than it has to be. I don't know how it's more complicated than it has to be. Someone else. The standardized strategy templates Joey is using are missing. Well, we don't give out templates, we give out screenshots you can copy. And then saying the templates give poor results. Well, mind you, this person had it for like 24 hours, literally. It's like, how do you know everything about the Autotrader in 24 hours? It's actually crazy. I can tell as an owner of all this stuff. Like, I can tell if you're going to be a successful trader or not within 2 days of you joining the group. A lot of people join and they cancel or say it doesn't work within 24 hours. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, you are never going to succeed with trading. 100%. Like, if you're giving up on something after 24 hours after testing one thing and you not putting any work in yourself, what does that mean about you and your own trading? You're 100% not going to succeed. Or if you're saying something's more complicated than it has to be. I mean, again, that's up to personal preference. I'm not saying it's easy, but like, again, if you put the work in, how complicated is it? It's not that complicated, right? I'm kind of ranting, but like, I'm just trying to prove a point. Like, if you guys put the work in, you'll see the results. Like, Media Boy, who's in the Discord, puts in a lot of work, puts in backtesting. He's very collaborative with the group. He gets payouts. Wizard puts in a lot of back testing work, collabs with the group, he gets payouts. Pepe, he's a newer member, newer to the group, new to iFVG. He's very collaborative with the group, and he's very close to getting payouts. He's gotten funded accounts. He's very close to getting payouts. You get the point, right? If you're collabing with the group and you're consistently working on things, you probably get payouts. And if you join and you're like, this is too much work, I'm just gonna be honest, like, why buy it, you know? Emphasize that iFVG is no code. Concept of yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I always tell people before you join the Autotrader group, it's like I try to emphasize, like, if you're not gonna put the work in for a month or 2 months, which really isn't that long, right? The Autotrader's been out for maybe pushing 2 months, not even quite 2 months yet. So like, join the Autotrader, stay in it for at least a full month. Use it for your whole first monthly subscription. Back test it, learn it, try to understand it. And after that first month, you'll probably be like, yeah, this is a pretty cool tool. And I just get so many people that like take up so much of my time who just like use it for a day, ask tons of questions to me, and then claim they understand it and they leave because they think it doesn't work. It's like, oh my gosh, you're a handful. Yeah, I'd say iFVG is the best one to start with. It's got the most people in the group right now, so most people to collab with, most customization options. So once you learn the system and you learn, you know, what to tweak maybe to find your own settings, because we have stuff you can start with, right? We have settings you can start with, but like once you understand everything, we recommend, you know, you go tweak some things, try them out, back test yourself, collab with the group. Definitely most customization there. iFVG rocks. I bought and tried dozens of algos. This is by far the most potential finding some great settings. I love to hear it. Yeah, I just get really frustrated because like on, I would say probably 50% of the group is in agreement with you, Caesar. It's like 50% of people say like this is probably the coolest algo they've ever used, and most customization options, things like that. And then you have like 25% of the people who are like, I like it, but like they don't put in the back testing work, so they don't really understand the potential too much. But they don't love it, they don't hate it. You know, they're just kind of neutral. And then you have 25% of the people who literally join, and within their first week, when they, mind you, like didn't even know how to set it up day one. Within their first week, they cancel and they say it doesn't work. I'm like, I wish those people never even joined, you know? I don't care about the people who cancel because, you know, saying it's too expensive or something. Like, everyone's in their own financial spot. So, just people who cancel who say like, oh, it doesn't work. I'm like, well, most people disagree, but yeah, these settings, guys. I would give them a look. I shared them again earlier. Maybe I'll share them again. Um, they're more scalpy. I was going for just some scalpier settings here. Again, historical isn't going to match perfectly. I have a lot of videos. Oh, guys, well, hold on. Yeah, 80% win rate with these the last 5 days, 6,000 profit, 900 drawdown. Yeah, so that's what I built last night in an hour. Again, market replay is going to show slightly different, most likely. This is from, hold on, this is from December 1st to now. December 1st to now. I mean, we could even go in right now and test this. I'll read that in 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So is most of the backtesting done doing 24/5? I would say yes. Yes. But once people run settings in 24 hours a day, whatever, 5 days a week, they'll go into the analysis and see like, okay, what time is working the best? What days of the week are working the best? And then they kind of tune it into that, right? But the original is usually run all the time. Let's do this on market replay. So December 2nd it was to now. Why not, guys? Why not? 7 people in here. That's okay. I won't be sad. I think it was the 2nd, right? That's when it started. Getting back testing takes a while. Like even just doing a few days might take 30 minutes, but yeah, most people test 24/5, and once they find what works in that 24-hour test, then they'll tune it down and maybe cut out, like maybe lunchtime isn't good, and then they cut it out. Maybe Fridays don't work good, cut it out, right? So and again, market replay is pretty much as close to live as we can get. Historical, like if you ever use Strategy Analyzer, if you ever see someone posting algo results with Strategy Analyzer, just know that it's not going to be accurate. So yeah, probably stay on here for maybe 10 more minutes or so. We'll see if we can get through. There's no standard time frame, so people will use the 1 minute. People use the some people will use a range chart. A lot of people are using the 5,000 tick chart right now. We have people using 5-minute charts. So there's no like one time frame. That's part of the testing. Everything will give you different results. So you've been dabbling with 90-second Heiken Ashies and finding some amazing settings from testing that. See if, yeah, I mean, if you guys find settings, be sure to DM me and I can help you test, and we can publish them to the group too, right? Wow, so 9 votes on the poll. 67% of people have not gotten a payout. Very interesting. Not that payouts are easy. They're not easy. I'm just thinking of some stuff for the new year, potentially. potentially some sort of mentorship or something where you can work kind of one-on-one with me. Obviously we have the algos and stuff, which if you know how to use the algos and you spend time learning it, you can get payouts from that. But anyone who's interested in maybe manually trading for the new year, we'll see. Even some one-on-one sessions on how to use the algos more, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, these are the settings I kind of built last night. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's workshops, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like a big online, and have 20, 30 people join or something. We all do something. Yeah, so everyone gains. Again, these were just kind of built for scalpy one-to-ones. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. One-to-ones will obviously give you a little bit higher win rate because you have less break-evens. You have less stop-outs if you don't use break-evens. One-to-ones can be good. It can be good. You just have to build stuff around it. So. And I'm curious to see how this kind of matches the historical. I'm not going to stay on for these whole couple days because again, backtesting does take a while. You can see it's going every candle. It's taking a solid amount of time. It's 30 seconds per chunk, per little click. So it does take a long time. But this is again where you just kind of close the VPS down, or you go and make yourself some lunch kind of thing. Come back, then you check the results. And the way you check the results is you go to new and then trade performance. And then go up here, select playback, select your days. Right, and there you go. You'll see. And this is where you can dive into, your analysis by hour of day, by trade. Things like that, right? How can we try this new one you were showing? I did share the settings earlier in the live stream. I'll probably post them to the group. I literally, guys, I'm not saying this just because of you, Nick, but it doesn't take long to find settings. Like I probably spent 45 minutes last night messing around and found these showed, I'll show them here as well. These showed roughly 14K profit with a 2K drawdown over a 30-day period on historical. I ran it back in market replay. It showed a roughly 8K profit with 3K drawdown. So a little more drawdown and less profit. But market replay is pretty much 99% accurate to what happens live. So, but like, again, would you take $8,000 in a month? Because I would, right? So like, you don't always need to be shooting for 20K profit, 2K drawdown, right? And again, that's tested on a $500 of risk per trade. So you can also lower the drawdown by lowering your risk per trade. But here it is, 2 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Exit all at 1-to-1. I have the flatten at market close at 350. Risk per trade 500. Max stop loss in ticks is set to 125. Swings are 5 and 20. Max contracts 40. Full auto. Acquire impulse move 1.9. 36. Close through. So there's those settings. You could just pause and go back. 5,000 tick is getting wrecked today. Yeah, interesting day. It's very choppy. I mean, look at the 1 minute chart, guys. One thing I struggle with is knowing when to stop a bot. So usually I say if you wake up in the morning, get to your screen, and you're up like 2 or 3 hour on the day. So, you know, if you're risking 200 bucks per trade and you're up 400, 500 bucks or something, it's a good thing to just maybe stop the bot. I mean, set targets for the day too. Set targets for the day. Because again, on a lot of the firms, like if you go and get one of those new Tradeify accounts, the select accounts with the flex plan, you need 5 days of $150 to get a payout. So you go and get that. You could target maybe 150 bucks in a day or 200 bucks. Okay, so pretty much if you get 200 bucks, you stop. You only need to string together 5 days. If you string together 5 days, I mean, it wouldn't be a big payout, but you could get a $500 payout. Then your drawdown would be tight, but like it's still, you know what I'm saying? So you don't need to shoot big. Or if you shot for $400 a day and went for 5 days, right? That's $2,000. You could take out half of it, so you get $1,000 payout. This is not 5,000 ticks. This is a 1 minute chart. Showed the settings a few minutes ago as well. I guess my concern is getting in the way of the actual probabilities and stopping it early. I mean, yes and no. Like if your back tests show really good results, you want to let the bot play out, right? But you also need to think in terms of, let's say you've already got 4 days of $200, right? You've already got 4 days of $200, so all you need is 1 more day, right, to get a payout. You need 1 day of 150 bucks. It's like, are you gonna keep trading if you're above that 150 bucks, or you're just gonna take the 150 and secure the payout? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you have to, it's all up to you, right? But like, I'd say stopping early, yes, you're gonna miss potentially a lot of days that have a lot of profit, and you're also potentially going to miss a lot of days that have a lot of losers, and you end red on the day or break even and you take away those gains. So kind of up to you. Whatever it is though, stick to it every day. Like you don't want to be changing it up. If you're changing settings every single day, that's not good. But if you're changing settings maybe once every week or two, which seems like a lot to a lot of you, it's not as hard as you think, okay? But if you change something every week or two to maybe some slight tweaks here and there, then it might work out a lot better because you're not hopping day to day. Can't focus on the day-to-day results. Got to focus on the weekly and monthly returns. You cannot focus on day-to-day. And guess what? You're still gonna blow accounts, guys. I blow accounts, I blow evals, I blow funded accounts. It's kind of part of the game. Okay, there's no like, hey, I'm gonna use this bot and I'm never gonna blow another account. That's just not how trading works. Okay, so do with that what you will. Okay. These are looking pretty good though. Again, this is just this from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is other settings that I'm testing on Market Replay, guys. Yeah, live price action is absolutely atrocious. You also, like, I'm not blaming Autotrader losses on you guys by any means, right? It's no one's fault. It's a bot. But you need to take into consideration what's going on in the market as well. Like 9:30, if you pull up a 5-minute chart, guys. Okay, 9:30, the 5-minute candle dumped 170 points, 150 points. And then what have we been doing since? Pretty much we've been in a range of roughly 50 points. The Autotrader is taking trades in a range of 50 points after a huge sell-off. I mean, that's not a recipe for good trades. You know what I'm saying? So so on my funded account, I've begun using the Autotrader as a guide, sort of, where it marks out FVG. Sometimes it doesn't take it. I manually, so kind of. That's a great way to do it, man. Use it as a tool. Use it as a tool. You don't need to fully rely on it. Yeah, I mean, same thing as that first trade we saw on the live stream today. We got stopped out by a tick. It rejected the 50% level and immediately pulled back, and you could have hopped back in manually if you were like, okay, I think I just got wicked out. I think it's still going to play out, and it did. So again, using it as a tool. Yeah, you can see, I mean, backtesting does take a while, right? Like, we've been doing this now for 10 minutes or so. We've gotten through almost 2 days. So it does take a while. Came late, you saw the new Apex sale. I don't know if it's new, unless they just posted another one. Wow, that's pretty good. So they're trying to compete with all these firms switching to, you know, no PA fee. So all sizes are 60% off. So expensive evals. It's just the sales, their way of doing no PA activation fees. The issue is, I like cheap evals with Apex so that I can YOLO them. But I mean, but still, I mean, it's a good sale. guys do go and pick up some Apex accounts, make sure to use my code. Make sure to use my code. Again, head to the prop from chat. Apex should compete on being fair, honest company, not ask for favor. Yeah, I mean, I still see people get denied and stuff like that. Apex would probably make so much money if they did like just update their payout process like how Top Step does it, right? Like Top Step, if you make money and you request a payout, there's pretty much zero way you get denied. That's it. You know, you request a payout, they pay you. Apex, they need to do it. I mean, it's like make the payout rules, stop hiding all the little rules and fine print, and if you make money, pay them out. And you know what? If they're a really good trader, move them to a live account. Like, I don't know. Tradeify too, yeah. Lightning fast while work on the back end, all the rules enforced, yep. I believe, yeah. If you guys want a firm that has less rules, or, you know, pretty much, I've never heard of people getting denied with Bulanox. It's pretty much the same exact thing as Apex, just a different company. Can't have 20 accounts. You can start with 3 funded accounts, and every time you make $2,500 on one funded account, you can add a 4th, and then on that 4th one, if you make $2,500, you can add a 5th, and so on until you get up to, I think, 11 maximum. But still 11 funded accounts with Bulanox. And again, payouts, like rules, everything's pretty much the exact same as Apex. But yeah, the Tradeify Flex plan, that's a pretty good plan, I won't lie. I think from a backtest perspective, got to balance win rate and frequency of trade. Only way is high trade rate. Yeah, you definitely don't want a strategy that takes, you know, 1 trade every week. Definitely don't want that. But you definitely don't want a strategy that takes 15 trades per day either. So yeah. I'm assuming we go for the low here fairly soon, but who knows? So once this is over here, we'll call it here. This is today, I believe, 12/4, yeah. All right, yeah. So you can see we replayed. It showed 6K profit with a 900 drawdown on historical. This is a 4K profit with 1,000 drawdown. Still pretty good. I mean, this is this week alone, and it's 4K profit with 1,000 drawdown, 84% win rate, so pretty good.
Order filled.
I think we're going to call it here, though, guys. We're going to call it here. So, thanks for joining. I showed the settings a little earlier in the stream. And I'll share them later, too. We're going to head out here, though. Thank you all for joining. And I will see everyone next week, because I won't be live tomorrow. So, have a good one, guys. See ya.